Hey, what up everyone? I'm Cool, and this is Everquest Project 1999 on our Dark Elf Necromancer on the green server. Level 19 Necromancer, not too far off from where I'm at now. I'm just level 20, so this is where we go from 19 to 20. Back in Befallen, but this time we're actually going to get all 3 keys and go behind the 3rd door. So you got the splintered key, I think it's called, the splintered something key. You got the charred bone key, I'm pretty sure. And then you have the smoked glass key. So I'll show you where to get, I think the 2 of those. The first one we've already shown before. It's in the back right wing, and there's a Shadow Knight in the right room back there in the very back left corner in there. The Shadow Knight, that's where you get the splintered key. That's the very first key that opens the back left door. And so hopefully in this video I'll show you where the charred key is and the smoked key. The smoked key is the one that takes you to the very bottom of Befallen. I think it's the last key. And we'll go behind that door and see what happens. But let's get it going here. We're just buffing up our pet. So I'm buffing up my, I think this is a level 16 pet. Because we're only level 19. We do get 20 and actually run all the way to, was it Agok or Grob? Whatever the one is where you go through Oasis, then you go to Southern Row, and then you go to like Firot. The one by Lower Guck. That's the one I went to. I think it's Grob. The Trolls. The Trolls. Yeah, Grob, right? I had to go to Grob to get my level 20 pet. I didn't know that you had to go there for your pet. And then my level 24 pet I had to buy in the Eastern Commonlands Tunnel. I did some wheeling and dealing after this video, by the way. I got a new mask, a new necklace, I think at least one other new thing. This little doll that I hold in my hand. Instead of the bag that I have in my hand, you're going to see that go away. And we're going to end up having a doll from now on. So I take my Greater Lightstone and I put it in my inventory. It still works, as long as you don't have it inside of a bag. But I end up replacing like 3 pieces of equipment. Plus I've been getting Damask in here. So upgrading my equipment a little bit here and there. But showing you what's inside this first room on the left. You need the charred key to go in this first room on the left. I didn't know that. I don't know what the heck is supposed to be in here. I don't know if something spawns and I just never see it. But I've been in here quite a bit and there's not too much to talk about. There's a giant rat right there in that corner, which my pet is killing at the moment. So we'll just look around in this. I'll show you what's behind this door here, and then we'll move further in. But yeah, this is the first door on the left, so it's kind of similar to the first door on the right in the fact that there's not much in there. But it'd be a nice little spot to just kill everything and for experience and maybe some Damask. But yeah, there's not any. I didn't see any Shadow Knights or any named or anything like that. It's just the rat and a bunch of Necromancers, basically, or Necro Neophytes, whatever they're called. And there's a bunch of those in here, so if you're looking for a Damask, it might be a decent spot to come farm Damask, which is slightly better than Cloth. So if you're looking for something slightly better than Cloth, then Damask is usually at least 1 AC better. And I think it's also white. I don't know if it ever shows up besides the robe, but I think it's white. But yeah, here in this room we have a Plague Rat, another Necro. I think every spot can spawn a Necro except for that very first rat we killed. So most everything in here is green to me right now. I don't know if I level in here or not, or if I leveled at this dev camp that I was at. So another topic. There's a lot to talk about because I've been doing a lot in between the last 2 videos. But in the last video I showed you that undead spawn with the platform by the water in Northern Row, the super safe camp. Well, I went there to try to get level 20, and somebody was actually there camping that spot, which was surprising to me. I didn't know anybody sat there and camped that besides me. It was after the video came out, though, so I don't know. Maybe they saw it. Probably didn't, but, it's just coincidence. But anyway, somebody was there, so I had to find somewhere else to go. And I didn't want to come to Befallen because I was still looking for, a safe spot to get to 20 and then maybe get a little bit of buffer. And so instead of that spot, I went down the beach a little bit away from the oasis, and I found a dev camp, which was pretty nice. There was 2 single pools, and then there was this one pool where 2 of them were linked, and one of them was a dark elf, and I wasn't sure if I was getting bad faction. It was actually faction versus the dark elf warrior guild, so I didn't want to kill him too many times. Luckily, I could just pull the 2 single spawns without pulling him, but I did kill him a couple times. I don't think it really hurt me that bad, but I didn't want to do it for too long either, so I quit doing that. Like after I hit 20. I'm pretty sure that's where I hit 20. I might have hit it in here. I can't remember. But anyway, let's go into the back left door. This is the door you need the splintered key for, and this is the door you need to go in if you want to go in super deep. Unless you're planning on jumping down the well by Skeleton Lord. That's the only other way you could get to the bottom of Befallen. You'd have to be like pretty high level to do that, because that's death. But yeah, that first left door there's not much in there unless you're looking to grind for experience or looking for Damask. I wouldn't even go in there because you need the charred bone key to even get in there. And by the time you get that key, it's like, why? You might as well go this way. So I don't know what's up with that first left door. It's kind of similar to the first right door, and that is just for experience and whatnot. It's not really for going in deeper or farming anything. It's just for experience. But it's just weird that you need a key to go in there. Like, why? So anyway, heading through the splintered door key. We've been this way before, once before. These things might be green to me here, these skeletons, but who cares? They're dropping bone chips. Bone chips are worth plat. And I also need bone chips for my pets. I think my pets are costing 2 or 3 bone chips now. So if I get a bad streak of pets and I have to reclaim, I could use up 10 bone chips in the span of an hour, So I like to have me a few stacks of bone chips, and then, hey, if you got extras, you can sell them for, I don't know, 10 to 20 plat. I'm pretty sure the lowest they go for is 10 plat, and you could sell them for like 15 or 20 sometimes, depending on how desperate they are. I think most of the time they go for like 10 plat a stack, though. So, 5 gold a piece, something like that. Lots of necros in this room here, so another good little spot if you want to sit here and farm Damask. The necromancers are the ones that are dropping the necros, the necro neophytes, are the ones dropping the Damask. The skeletons, though, will drop rawhide, so depending on what class you are, if you're a caster, you're looking for the necros, and if you're anything else, a non-caster, a warrior, a bard, a ranger, whatever, you're probably looking for that rawhide. So skeletons drop rawhide, necros drop Damask. So not a bad dungeon, even though it's a very, very early dungeon, and there's not too much to look for as far as named mobs that are going to be dropping really good stuff. But like everything in the zone has a chance to drop armor, and then you have the Shadow Knights, which all have a chance to drop. Like the one Shadow Knight that we're gonna be, like I've been camping these 2 Shadow Knights in the down here where we're headed. And one drops the barbed arm plates, and the other one drops, I think, the barbed leg plates. I know the one drops the barbed arm plates because I got them and I sold them for 25 plat already. And I think the other one drops the leg plates, but it might be one deeper down. But anyway, the one definitely drops the arm plates, and I've got them before and sold them for 25 plat. They go for up to 30 to 35 plat as well. I think, I gave the guy a slight discount. I gave him, because I posted it in Eastern Commons. He jumped right on it, offered me 25 plat. I said, okay, because I was already making deals, and I wanted the plat to go ahead and get my mask and my choker and my doll. And my spell. Those are all the things I bought with money I made from Befallen and the dev camp. But anyway, so we're past the necro room. we're past the splintered key door. We killed those first 2 mobs. We went into the right door there. We killed the skeletons in there, you know, for bone chips or rawhide or whatever. Most of the time, the skeletons don't have any good weapons. Most of the time, they're rusty. If you get deeper in here, they'll have like a bronze, like a crappy bronze weapon every once in a while that's worth like 1 plat, if you're lucky. But most of the times, if you see a skeleton with a weapon, it's going to be a crappy rusty weapon in this place. I have got 1 or 2 bronze weapons here and there, but not very many. Most of the time, they're rusty. So killing this area. Some people sit right here and they'll make a group right here. Either in this room or back where we just came from at the bottom of the stairs. Sometimes people will make groups right here and just pull from down here, which I think would be a nice little spot. I'd like to do that one day maybe, but probably too late for this character. I'm a little bit, since I'm level 20 now, I'm probably leveled up too high to get experience from anything that's not really deep in here. And that's what I'm doing. I'm solo and I'm going deep in. So we're kind of getting mana right now. Let's go forward a little bit. I don't want to bore you too much. Just killed a skeleton there. He killed a dreadbone. Dreadbones seem to have a little bit less health than the other skeletons, but they also kind of hit harder. So it's a higher level skeleton, but they're also not as they don't have a bunch of HP. They have more like attack. But when they're green, they just seem like, you know, they have less HP and they're easier to kill. But when they're not green, it's like, dang, this thing's hitting hard. But I don't know, it's not a caster or anything. It must be like the rogue type of skeleton, maybe. The squishy ranger or rogue or something. Because they do have way less HP, it seems, the dreadbones. Mostly just using my pet and not a lot of mana just to get to where I want to get to. The problem I was having, and still am, I'm doing this right now too. I'm in Befallen, killing 2 Shadow Knights, going back and forth between the 2 Shadow Knights, trying to get the barbed arm plates, make some money. I do get a little bit of experience every once in a while from, I don't know how many things are on my my route. Probably let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 10 things that I kill between in my little Shadow Knight camp that I'm doing right now, which isn't behind the 3rd door, but it's where you get the 3rd door key. So where you get the smoked glass key is where I'm farming these 2 Shadow Knights, camping them for the barbed arm plates. And so I'm killing 10 mobs, including the 2 Shadow Knights. And I don't know where I was going with that. Like out of the 10, like 2 will give me experience every time. So, you know, I'll kill 20 mobs and I'll get 4 of them will give me experience, you know. I'll kill 40 and 8 of them will give me experience. So it's like a 20% type thing. So I'm still getting experience, so it makes me feel a little bit better. Like my main goal really is to go past the 3rd door and like see what's down there, and we do that in this video, so hold tight. We just got experience for what we just killed there, a greater skeleton. So those still give us experience at 19. And bone chips. Nice. Worth some good. Those are 5 gold apiece right there. Just think you're picking up 5 gold apiece every time you pick up bone chips. But yeah, my main goal right now is to go past the 3rd door. I want to go find the Thermagist and get what does she have that I want? It's something. I think it's a dagger, and then she drops something else that's worth some money. I don't know. She has like 2 or 3 drops that are either something I could use or something I could sell. And then there's other Shadow Knights down there. There's one that drops a nice sword. It's like a barbed bone sword or something. I forget what it's called. I just looked it up and I can't believe it. I forgot already. Bone bladed claymore, maybe something like that. BBC. Bone bladed claymore. BBC. Is that it? It might be. So that drops down here. The Shadow Knights drop that, and then you know, the barbed armor. So maybe a breastplate. I don't know. I know the sword definitely drops the arm plates and the leg plates. So those are the things I'm really looking for. But at the moment, I'm a little bit too chicken to go past that third door with the shadow with the smoked glass key, because you'll see, I do go through it in this video. But we're not gonna be sitting on meditating. This video is way too long to meditate. So we gotta skip. Here we go. I think we're in the next room. Just killed a zombie, fighting another one. Bang, it's dead. Using that ward undead, which I got a better one of. Now that I'm on level 20, I got one that hits for 90 instead of 41. So just killed a couple zombies. Got some wine or something there. Let's head through this next door. This is the door after the stairs. You come down the stairs. I said that's the little spot where people camp and pool to. We went past the little spikes. We went to that T. You could go left. You could go right. If you go left, that's towards the smoked glass key or a doorway. You don't want to go that way if you don't have that key, because it's just a waste of time. You want to go to the right. We're through that door, and then this is the second door. So we just went through the second door. We have this right here. Oh no, I think I'm going the wrong way. This is the shadow. This is the smoked glass. I don't know what I'm talking about. I must have, when I went forward, I must have went back the other way. Okay. So my bad. A little bit of editing mistake there. We are actually at the smoked glass door area right now. You open this door and there's a lesser mummy or whatever, a spawn right in here, and then you go to the left down some stairs, and that's where the smoked glass key door is. And if you don't have it, you got to go get it, which is the other way. So that's what we're going to have to do, because that key is no rent. So if you camp or anything, it goes away. You can keep the splintered key on you and always have it, and have as many as you want. I would recommend putting one in the bank and keeping one on your person. Then you can get the charred bone key, and you can get as many as you want. You can put one on yourself and one in the bank. I would recommend that. And then the smoked glass key, you cannot do that. You get one, and it only stays on you until you camp, and then it's gone. And you have to get another one. So, you can get as many splintered and charred bone keys as you want. And I would recommend putting a copy in the bank and a copy on yourself of each one of those two. But then, to get the smoked glass key, you got to use the charred bone key to go get it off of Shadow Knight. And it's at the spot where I'm, right now I am camping and trying to make some money at those Shadow Knights. But let's go forward a little bit. Try not to go too far, though. Let's loot this mummy. Not much on it. How are we fighting already? Alright, here we go. Sorry about that. It is stuck. What is it doing? Okay, anyway. So, that is where the stairs are. That's the door. That's the smoked glass door there. We have plenty of mana, plenty of health. Our pet's probably fine. 100% of his hit points. I did change a bunch of my hotkeys for my pet, as you can see there in the left bottom corner. I got pet attack, pet back off, pet follow, pet health, and pet sit. I need to do a pet guard, because I do type that quite a bit. But pet attack, will send the pet at whatever I'm targeting. Back off will tell it to stop attacking and come towards me, which is helpful when your pet's like in a different room and you want it to come into the same room as you and fight, or if something's close by that is social and could join in, so you want to back your pet off so that doesn't happen. I just got experience from that. A Necro Acolyte pet. That's nice. That one's wearing a gossamer robe. You see that? He's wearing a white robe, so you can tell when they have the damask robe. So that Necro is wearing the damask robe. You see that? The white robe? So he should have it on him when we go to loot him, which it's worth like at least 1 plat. And I think you could sell it if you're super patient. You might be able to sell that damask robe in Eastern Commons for like 5 or 10 plat, but it's one of those things where it's like you sell it to the vendor for 1 or 2 plat, or you can sell it in the Commons for 5 plat. It's like most people will just sell it to the vendor if it's not worth at least a solid 10. There's no reason to hang on to it for 5 plat, unless it's something you're making or whatever. But he should have the damask robe on his, if I ever choose to get up and go loot that. I didn't even notice that he was wearing it when I made the video. I wish I could go forward just a little bit without going too far. Let's try. I don't know. I guess that was the damask robe though. Those are worth over 1 plat at the vendor. Well, there it is. Maybe we'll get it. We're killing an Icebone skeleton. These actually cast spells, so watch out. They can do major damage pretty quickly. But they also die quickly, the same as the Dreadbone. If the Dreadbone is the rogue, then the Icebone is the wizard. So it could do major damage quickly, but you can also kill it pretty quickly. Our pet has 45 health, 45%, so we'll make him sit, which he gains his health back faster if he's sitting. And I also, whenever I do my pet health button, there's the damask robe. It looks blue, but it's actually white. I show that right there. Switching between my robe of enshroudment and the damask robe. Put back on the enshroudment because it has actual stats. Damask is just AC, but hey, it looks cool. I would like to just keep one, but so far I've sold them all. But I would like to keep one just to have a different looking robe, a white robe that, I don't want to go out on the town maybe. So what I was saying earlier was whenever I have my pet tell me its health, when I made the hotkey, I made sure that to put it in there like 3 or 4 times. That way, when I push the button, he says it like 4 times. Like his health is 88% or whatever. It'll go 88%, 88%, 88%, 88%. That way I can't miss it in the chat. Like, see how I just pushed it and it said 62% 4 times? If you just repeat / pet health 4 times in the hotkey, and then it'll do it 4 times in a row, which is always nice. We're going to try this door because I didn't know at the time that I needed the smoked glass key for this door. I thought this was the charred bone key, or I thought I had the smoked glass key or something, but looking around just at the rubble here just to make sure there's no secret pathway I could go through or something, because I don't know. I've actually never been in Befallen other than recently that you guys have seen it with this Necromancer. I never went here with any of my characters back in the day. So it's telling me you must have a lockpick in your inventory to do this. That's just saying you need a key. And I was like, at this point, I was like, oh no. And I tried my charred bone key. It didn't work. Still says the same thing. Try my splintered key. Doesn't work. I'm like, crap. I forgot that I need a smoked glass key for this. So I just killed like 4 or 5 mobs I didn't need to kill. But hey, I got experience. I got a damask robe. No big deal. It was worth it. So let's head back the other way. So take a right at the T, and that's the way you go to get the smoked glass key. Take a right at the T. That's the way to get the smoked glass key. Because left is the smoked glass door. If you don't have the key, you can't go through the door. So there's a Dreadbone. It's the rogue of, I don't know what it is. It's a melee, a weak melee version of a skeleton. It's not a warrior. It's not a Shadow Knight. It's not a paladin. It's something else. That's not a caster. Because they go down pretty quickly. But they don't cast spells. So whatever you call that. Killed that Dreadbone. No experience, so it was green. But we're just making our way through. We want to make it deeper and deeper. So let's go ahead right now here. I'm trying to go not super far. I'm sorry. We just killed a greater skeleton and got experience, which is great. Couple more bone chips. Nice. That's like 1 plat right there I just picked up. Just think of it as that. Especially if you're not a Necro or a Shadow Knight or anything that doesn't need bone chips. This is just all gravy. If you're like a cleric down here with your undead spells, all the bone chips are gravy. If you get 2, 3, 4 stacks of bone chips, gravy. But see how I'm adding it? Health, health, health. So I don't have to push it 4 times. I can push it once, and it'll do it 4 times automatically. I forget where I learned that. I was watching somebody's video on YouTube, and they said that's how they did it. And I was like, oh yeah, I should do that. It's a way to check on your pet's health. You can do it during battle, after battle, anytime. And then pet back off will do the same thing, because usually they'll listen, but then they'll get punched in the back of the head and they'll stop listening. And then you have to do it again, and then they get punched in the back of the head and they stop listening. So you have to keep on clicking it. So might as well do it 4 or 5 times at a time. Each time I push it. Let's see, what else? Yeah, so that's working. They're both working. Follow, I don't need to push that 50,000 times. He's pretty good at following. We have a Necro in the other room. So let's grab him. What did I cast there? Ward Undead on his pet. So that's the way I like to pull Necros. I'll wreck their pet with Ward Undead, and then I'll just burn down their pet real quick while my pet's killing them. Then I hope they drop some Damask or something good. Because I still actually need the pants, and I think the shoes. If there's Damask pants and Damask shoes, that's what I need. I'm still wearing cloth, shoes, and pants. But other than that, I think I've got something in every slot. I mean, I have something in every slot, except for like range and ammo, maybe. I have a pretty crappy one of my earrings is just nothing. It's just a placeholder. So I probably should get that next. Now that I think about it, I probably need a new. I think one of the earrings maybe is like just a silver stud or something. But hey, we got a Damask collar. We already got one. So I was thinking about maybe trying to get a full set of Damask in here and then seeing if I could sell it. Because you don't really want to be selling that one piece at a time, because it's just like the Damask robe, which is the best piece. Where I was just saying you might get 5 plat for it. If you have like the collar, the vendor will take it for almost 1 plat. You could probably sell it in the commons for like 2 plat. So, but if you have the full set of Damask and a new player wants something better than cloth, or wants a full set of something, or is a twink, not a super rich twink, but they want something and they want it now at level 1, maybe they want full Damask. And let's say there's I don't know, 8 pieces, and you can get maybe 20 plat for the full set. I don't think that's too much to ask for, but you would have to save it up and hold it and not sell it to the vendor. You'd probably get 8 plat from the vendor, and you could probably maybe sell the complete set for like 20 plat. Just an idea. Probably not something anybody's going to do, but you could do the same thing with rawhide, like a full set of rawhide. I think I've actually seen people wanting to buy that before. So you could probably do the same thing, and that might even be worth more, because I sold a large pair of rawhide pants for like 3 plat to the vendor. So that could be worth even more, like 40 plat or 30 plat or something for a full set of rawhide, which you could also get in here. So not the worst place to be farming as a level 20 or 19 Necro, Shadow Knight, Paladin, Cleric, mostly. I think anybody else, debatable. But especially the Cleric and the Paladin who don't need the bone chips. Like, that's all money. But for like me, as being a Necro, I want to keep a decent amount of bone chips so I never have to want them or need them. So I always want to keep like an extra stack or 2. But I am thinking about selling some, like a stack or 2. If I have a spare stack or 2 for my pet, and then on top of that I have another stack or 2, I was thinking about selling some, since I'm farming Befallen anyway. Might as well be part of it. Main thing I'm looking for though is the barbed arm plates, to be honest. Not a full set of Damask, not a full set of not a full set of rawhide, not bone chips. The main thing is the barbed arm plates, because that's 25-30 plat in one shot. I don't have to save up anything or try to find somebody that might want a full set of low level armor. Like, the arm plates, somebody wanted that immediately, so those are, I guess, good. Probably the best thing you can get in here. Maybe we should go ahead a little bit. I don't know. We got full mana, so I just don't want this video to be too long. You know, we got 45 minutes left in the video, and we're only on the 30-minute mark, so this could be like an hour and 15-minute video if I don't skip by some of the like meditating and whatnot. But hey, a lot to talk about. Like I said, I've done a lot in between the two videos. I had to run all the way to Grob for my level 20 pet spell. And then I had to buy my level 20. I didn't have to. I just saw somebody um, auctioning the level 24 Necro. I just happened to see them auctioning this spell for 15 plat. And the spell is worth like way more than that. So I could if I really wanted to, which I'm not going to because I don't want to have to worry about it for 4 levels. I could resell it for like 30 plat, maybe even 40 or 50. I got it for 15. Like I'd double my money for sure. You know, turning 15 plat into 30 plat. I mean, that's not a lot, but that's the beginnings of how you would, you know, play the market in this game. You find something for cheap and you resell it. You just have more patience than the person that sold it to you. Like maybe that guy's been trying to sell that spell for 3 weeks now, and all of a sudden, finally, somebody comes through and buys it and he keeps lowering the price and lowering the price and lowering the price. As long as you have more patience than them and you keep the price up to 30 plat, you can probably make 15 plat off them, you know? But yeah, I gotta skip forward here. I mean, meditating, still meditating. Here we go. I just pulled, there's a room over there. Like, this is the way we're going right here, right? There's a room over here with, like, 3 skeletons in it. So, a real good spot. If you can get in here, that's a real good spot to, like, the main place to pull from. Because there's 3 in this room right here. That's all there is in there is 3 mobs. So that's a real good spot to pull from if you're a puller. As long as your group can handle it. You don't want to go around the corner there and get jumped by 3 things and kill your group. Or something pops on the way back and you get an ad as well. Be careful, but if you need a lot of, like, so let's say you're power leveling somebody, you know, so you don't care. You just want a bunch of mobs. That's a good room to go to. So I've seen people do that before. Look at my health and my mana, by the way. That's from the 3 mobs that just gave me. I think they all just gave me experience. So we're gonna be sitting here for a while. So we could probably skip by a little bit here. I'm gonna try not to do too much. Like, we need buffs. We're low on mana, and we're low on, you know, a little bit low on health. So I'm casting my leech, which it gives me mana, but it takes away health. And we're gonna meditate. And we're telling our pet to sit so he gets his health back. And we're telling him to follow. We're going to go sit in this room since we just killed all these spawns. They won't pop back up, but the room we were sitting in is definitely going to pop sooner than this room. So I decided I'm going to sit in this room. If it's going to be a minute, I might as well sit in the room of the things I just killed. All right, let's go forward a little bit here. I'm looking at the stuff I got. Damask robe, damask collar, bunch of copper. End up making like 20 to 30 plat every time I fill up my bags. And depending on what I get, if I get barbed arm plates, then I get another 30 plat. But if I get nothing like that, then I end up with like 25 to 30 plat if I fill up my bags. What I really want is a, we can go back a little. Let's not go back. This is the hallway. I just said this is the way we're going. And there's a greater skeleton and a lesser mummy. And they hang out like under this slanted rock right here. And that T, there's another T we're coming up to. And this is where I camp, right here. We're almost there. This is the spot that I've been camping with the 2 Shadow Knights. This is where you go to get the smoked glass key. It's back here. We're almost there. We're in the last hallway before you get to it. So we got to kill these 2, and we're there. It's just the hallway I said we were going to a minute ago. Try to sit down and meditate every once in a while and let my pet handle business. Like, put a couple of dots on things. But other than that, most of the time I'm using Ward Undead. It's a really powerful spell for low mana. Might as well. But, yeah, got experience there too. Nice. When I was 19, I was getting experience for like 75% of the kills. Once we got this far in, it was like 80 to 90%. But, Once I hit 20, like I said, it's only like 20%. So that's like a line there in the sand. I'm not even meditating. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. We're going to be sitting here for a minute. So I got all my buffs on, though. I got my shielding and my spirit armor, and I gave my pet some strength, and I'm using my leech. So let's loot up, and we'll go forward a little bit because we're going to have to meditate, I think. All right, now we're at the T. Here's the first door. There's a Shadow Knight. She drops the smoked glass key, and I think the barbed leg plates. So we turned left at the T, and now we're in this room with the Shadow Knight. Just, sorry, I know I skipped ahead a little bit. I just don't want to bore you too much, so I'm trying to stay in the action, and it's hard to, I wish I could be more strategic about it instead of just ending up in the middle of a fight. Sorry about that. But there goes the Shadow Knight. That's the main target. My main target are these Shadow Knights. Unless, 2 spawns in this room, and there's a hole in the floor, so watch out. Don't fall in the hole. But Shadow Knight is the main target. She has a buddy, and she doesn't always spawn. There are placeholders. Her placeholder, I think, is a Dreadbone, so nothing too crazy. But the other Shadow Knight, who is a ogre, his placeholder is an Icebone skeleton, which is nice because that gives me experience at 20. The Icebone skeleton. So that's one of the 20% dudes. But Shadow Knight, dead. So let's loot it up. See what we get. There's the keys. Charred bone key. Splintered wooden key. So she doesn't drop the smoke glass key. She drops the charred bone key. But there's the door. If you take a right, the other door we're about to go into, you need the charred bone key to go in that door. So I think that's why. And I am typing there. If you see, if you're eagle eye, I typed some stuff while I was, because I knew I was recording, so. But there's a hole right there. If you look right in front of the door, that's a hole. If you step on that, I think you fall through the floor. I've never stepped on it. Wow, I got a silver earring. That's not, I think it's worth like 5 gold or something. But no stats. But yeah, you see that hole in the floor there that doesn't really look like a hole? Looks like a pothole. That's an actual hole, I'm pretty sure. I've never stepped on it because I've heard that it's a hole and you'll fall into the basement and die. But I'm pretty sure, and that's one of the worst ones too, because you come into a door and it's right there in your face. I'm sure people are always falling in that hole. But hey, we're meditating, so I'll try to skip ahead without going too far here. Still meditating, that's good. Still meditating. Alright, here is the other door. If you go to the right at the T, you need the charred bone key to open it. There's 2 mobs in here, 2 skeletons, one to the right, one to the left. They're usually like a dreadbone and a greater skeleton or something, or a large skeleton. So we got our dreadbone, and what is the other one? A dreadbone. So 2 dreadbones should burn through them pretty quickly. I love how my Ward Undead at 20 is doing double damage. Like these are doing like 41. My new one does like 91. It does more than double. It's nice. On a Dreadbone, it takes him down below half. Just 1 shot. I can kill him in 2 shots. Like the Necropets, same thing. Like 2 shot. They have like 100 HP, it seems like. Something like that. Maybe 150. And this is with the level. I'm doing all this right now with like a level 14 pet right there, probably. 15 maybe. I think he's blue to me, so he'd probably have to be 15 or 16, but not even my level 20 pet, because I'm 19. So my pet's probably the weakest it's ever going to be right now. When you're right, I'm at 19, I'm right before my next pet. And then the next pet's always the strongest as soon as you get it. Like, when I got my 20 pet, he's strongest right now because he's level, like, 19 a lot of the time. Anyway, let's try to skip forward a little bit. We got a door with a small hallway with 1 mob in it right here. Maybe I don't have time to skip ahead. But it stinks I already made a video called Dungeon Crawling and Befallen, because this is way more like dungeon crawling than what I did in that video. I don't know. I thought I was going to dungeon crawl in that video, and I kind of did. I did the 2 right wings. and I think I did a little bit of left, but I was lower level, and now I'm higher level, and I'm getting experience for all these kills too. It's not like I'm just killing a bunch of greens either. I mean, I might be killing greens, but they're giving me experience, so I think that counts. Now that I'm 20, like I said, I'm only getting experience from 2 out of every 10 kills, but I also got a decent drop and sold it and got some good equipment now because of it, and my level 24 spell. So feels like I'm making progress and I'm being smart. But I'm going to show you the next Shadow Knight. My pet may need to. We'll see. There's a little hallway here, and there's usually a mob that spawns right here. So we've already killed that, I guess, right here. Usually be like a lesser mummy or something. Then you look in this room. This is the room you want. This is the room you want. This guy right here, this Ogre Shadow Knight, has the barmed arm plates and the smoked glass key. So he's your main target right here. So, you know, the female Shadow Knight in there, I don't know. She may or may not drop barbed. But this guy 100% drops the barbed arm plates because I've got him off him before. And he drops the smoked glass key every single time. He does have a placeholder, though. He doesn't spawn every time. I've seen him, let's see. If I've cleared this room, I've probably cleared this room like 10 times. And I see the ogre guy like 5. So he spawns like every other time. It's not too bad. If you get on a bad streak, you might see the Icebone skeleton a couple times in a row. But if you sit in here and kill that Icebone skeleton 2 times, and then wait for the next pop, I bet you it'll be the Shadow Knight. You don't have to go very long without a Shadow Knight in here. I mean, it's not going to pop every single time for you. And that's kind of interesting. I like that. Like, you can't get the key every single time. You can't just run in here. Oh, I'm going to get all the keys and go to the bottom. No. First of all, you got to know where the Shadow Knights spawn. Second of all, they have to be up. So even if you know where they spawn, you might not even see them because they might not be up. And it's just, I like it. I like it. Because I might have the smoked glass key. I'll go through that door. I'll be on the other side of that smoked glass key door. And other people will come into the zone. And maybe they can't even get to me. Because they can't get the smoked glass key. Maybe this Shadow Knight isn't up. Maybe it's an Icebone skeleton. And they don't know where he spawns. So they're looking all over the place. They kill the Icebone skeleton, but they didn't get a key. So they don't know where to get it. And they would have to they'd have to wait for another spawn, come all the way back somewhere where they've already killed something, and see that now there's maybe a Shadow Knight, or it could be another Icebone skeleton. You kill it again, you don't get the key, and here I am on the other side of the door already, and you can't even get down there. Like, that's exciting to me. That's cool to me. Like, I can be somewhere in a dungeon that you can't be, and the only way you can get there is by killing one specific thing that's not always up. I guess that's interesting. Like, even just the charred bone key is interesting. Like, being that I could go through this door right here. Like, maybe you don't have the charred bone key, and maybe this Shadow Knight across the hallway isn't up. And you kill the Dreadbone, and then you fall in the hole, and now you're down there, and you're screwed, and you die. And you don't have any of the keys, and then your body gets rotted. You have to call up your level 50 friend, and he'll tell you how to. Oh, you got to kill the Shadow Knights. You got to wait for them to spawn. I don't know. It's just interesting that you can be past a door, a locked door that no one else. I mean, there could be people that lockpick. I think that if you're a rogue and you have a high lockpicking skill, you could just pick your way to the bottom. But other than that, if you're just some random level 15 dude that walks in here like a bard or something, and I say, hey, OOC, come find me, you know, and I'm past that door, you would have to do multiple things just to get down there. It would take you a certain amount of time. If you don't have the keys already, let's say you have no keys, and I say, hey, come find me, and I'll give you 100 plat, and I'm behind the smoked glass door. It would take you a certain amount of time to even be able to find me. even to get to me. You'd have to have the Shadow Knights would have to be up. You would have to know where they are. And if they're not up, you'd have to know where they spawn and what their placeholders are and where they're supposed to spawn, and then kill those things over and over until they pop. Then get the key, go through the, know where to go. And you have to kill more than one, not just one. You have to go to the back right wing, get that splintered key, to go to the back left wing, unlock that door, go through there, to come down where I am, to kill the one on the left, to get that key, to go through the door on the right, to go in there, to kill the Ogre Shadow Knight, to get the smoked glass key. Then you gotta backtrack all the way back to another T and go to the left and down those stairs into the smoked glass door. So I don't know, it's just fun. It's just interesting to me that I've been sitting here meditating forever when I could have been skipping ahead. But just killing this Necro again. We're heading back. We got the smoked glass key, so now we're going to go back and open the door. So I'll show you the way back. We're sitting at the T between the two Shadow Knights. This is where I'm camping right now because I'm camping the barbed arm plates and the two Shadow Knights. Right where I'm sitting right now. Right here. I'll actually go into their rooms and sit on the Shadow Knight spawns. Because there was people grabbing stuff out here when I was, when I was camping it a few minutes ago before I started this video. They were like pulling stuff from in this room, and they were pulling stuff in the room before, and they were back at like the bottom of the stairs. When I said, hey, this is a good room if you want to kill necromancers and get the mask, you go down the stairs. And then I said, hey, some people camp right here and pull to here. They were right there doing that. So they were actually getting as far as back here, pulling stuff from back here. Maybe that room that I said was a good spot to pull, the 3 skeletons or whatever. They were pulling from there. So, and then I came back here, and I camped this area. So these 10 back here with the 2 doors, the 2 Shadow Knights, one of the doors you have to use the charred bone key on. The left Shadow Knight drops that key, and maybe something else. I'm not sure. She never dropped anything else for me, but maybe the barbed leg plates. But I might be thinking of a Shadow Knight past the smoked glass key door. But the Ogre Shadow Knight definitely drops the barbed arm plates, so I was camping him mostly, going between the 2 of them, seeing if she dropped anything, just killing the 2 Shadow Knights, bouncing back and forth between them. If I knew one was about to pop, I would sit on their spawn, and then kill them real quick, and then run back to the other one, sit on its spawn, kill it. Then I'd have to kill stuff in between because it would repop. Then I'd go sit on the other Shadow Knight until it popped, kill it. Go back to the other one, sit on it, kill it. Stuff in between would pop up. I'd have to kill it on the way back, sit on the Shadow Knight again, kill it. Go in between the 2 Shadow Knights, sit on them, kill them. Until they drop something I'm looking for. That's going past that smoked glass key door, you'll see what happened. It's a definite jump in difficulty. So I'm kind of chilling out here at level 20, happy to kill these 2 Shadow Knights. Instead, I really do want to go back past the smoked glass key door and give it another go, because I was level 19 when I tried it. I'd love to try it with my level 20 pet and my level 20 Expulse Undead, which does double damage, and my pet, which is 3-4 levels higher. So a way better pet, a way better Ward Undead, Expulse Undead, whatever you want to call it. I think I'll be fine now, but at level 19, it was super interesting. I get jumped by like everything past that door all at once. And look how close I am to my level, too. It was so nerve-wracking. Just looking at what I got here. I got a Splintering Club. Just checking stuff out because I'm getting super overweight. Or, I don't know. I was thinking about maybe giving something to my pet, I think. I don't know if I should or not. Like, if there's a Necro watching this by chance, sometimes I feel like, should I give my pet a weapon or not? A lot of the time, when he's punching, it seems like he's punching pretty quickly. His fists are definitely magical now. He's hitting for like, 20. But then if I give him a weapon, I'm not sure if it's better or not. Like, I don't see him hit for a lot more. Is he hitting slower now because I gave him a big heavy weapon? I can make him hit faster, but then he doesn't hit for as much. I don't know. Recently, I've just been letting him punch because I'm not like if I give him this rusty battle axe, which is like 640, is that better than his fists? Or 642? Like in my eyes, his fists are like 635 or something. Like I feel like that'd be a downgrade. Like the way he uses his fists, I think is better than a rusty battle axe. I don't know though. Like, if I could find something with 20-something delay, then that might be an upgrade, as long as it has at least 5 or 6 damage, but I don't know. Is it always better to give your pet a weapon? Even if it's a crappy weapon? Like, I love to give him the Rusty Scythe, because he looks cool, and it has, like, 9 damage, so it still hits pretty hard, but the delay is, like, 50-something. Am I just making him slower and nothing else? Or does he actually hit a little bit harder? If I give him a 25 weapon, is that better than just having his fists? I don't know. I mean, probably, right? But what if it's a 325 or a 220 or something, you know? I know there's no 220, but what if it's like a 325? I don't know. I'm just not sure whether I should give my pet weapons or not. I know most of like if I had a gun to my head, I'd probably just give him a weapon because that's what people say. Like, go ahead and give him the weapon. But I don't know. A rusty battle axe isn't magical. What if I fight a magical, like that lesser mummy there? I don't think would get damaged by a rusty battle axe. It's a magical creature. So I don't know. But let's see if we can skip ahead a little bit here. Try to make this an hour-long video instead of a... We're just backtracking anyway, to be honest. Backtracking, because we got the smoked glass key. So backtracking a little bit. I always like fighting the Necros, because they have a chance at dropping Damask. And it feels like money in the bank. Damask gloves, those are almost a plat. And a cracked staff. That is definitely at least 1 plat. So that Necro right there is worth like 2 plat. So definitely welcomed. I will take a 2 plat kill like that every single time. Wish it would give me experience, but definitely take it. Pet has 100%. We got 80% mana, 100% health. Let's go. Couple skeletons in here. Large skeleton. A greater skeleton. There's all kinds of different skeletons, huh? A dreadbone, icebone skeleton, a large skeleton, a greater skeleton. There's a bunch of different kinds, huh? A putrid skeleton, a regular skeleton, a decaying skeleton. There's a whole bunch of different kinds. Using ward under. That's the main thing. The reason I'm in Befallen. First of all, it's the closest dungeon I think to Neriac / Nectalus. There might be something in like a lava storm that away, but that's a higher level. That's where I would be going like right now, maybe. But it was like the closest dungeon to Nectalus / Eastern Commonlands. Plus, I'm a Necro, so I have really good damage versus undead. Befallen is an undead dungeon. You're just supposed to. If you're a Necro, Cleric, Paladin, Shadow Knight, you're just supposed to go to Befallen. That's just how it is. So that's what I'm doing. And now that I'm here, it's like I want to explore. I want to make money here. I want to see everything. I want to find this freaking Thermagist and kill it. Even though I think it's like level 20, so it's going to be really hard. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it anytime soon. But I do want to see it and try. Let's go forward a little bit. We're just looting. Backtracking. We're almost back to the T by the bottom of the stairs, by that little spot that I said people will camp and pull to. So we're almost there. We're almost back to the spot that we need to be at. Almost back to the smoked glass door. Here we go. Here's the T. That's where the stairs are. The group is. There's a group right there. Somebody power leveling a couple. It's like 2 people power leveling 2 other people. That door that we just passed was the door where I died a long time ago, and my body was behind a locked door. Here's the stairs down to the smoked glass door. Looks like we have a repop. Of course, it's been a long time. So let's pull this thing by hitting its pet really hard with a ward undead. We'll beat up the pet while our pet beats them up. Maybe they'll drop some damask as well. It's not wearing the robe, you can just tell. If they're wearing a white robe, definitely kill them, because you'll get a couple plat from that. If they're holding a staff, that's another good one, because it might be a cracked staff. Those are worth 1 plat. So you can tell sometimes if something's worth killing, even if it's green. If you see a green skeleton carrying a staff, you might want to just kill it real quick. If you need money, if you're like level 20 and you need plat, that might be a cracked staff worth of 1 plat. And you could kill it in 1 hit and grab, and that's like 1 plat for just punching something. It also could be a worn great staff, which is only worth like 5 or 6 gold, but it's worth it. And then if the necros are wearing the white robe, that's another way to tell. Hey, that's probably a damask robe. That's like worth a plat or 2. But then again, if a decaying skeleton is carrying a sword, most of the time that's not going to be worth it. That's going to be like a 2 silver rusty scimitar or something. So just the staff, that's all I'm talking. Like cracked staff, worn great staff, those are better than, like if you're running around as a level 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you have to choose between 2 decaying skeletons and one has a sword and one has a staff, pick the one with the staff. Those are always worth more. If you're in Befallen and you see 2 necromancers and one has a white robe on and one doesn't, kill the one with the white robe. That's all I'm saying, you know? Simple. Let's skip ahead and see if we can get through this door. Alright, getting full mana, man, because we're going through this smoked glass door. I don't know what's on the other side. I want full mana. Alright, door is open. I used the smoked glass key, so that's all I did. There is a dread bone in there by these spikes. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that. Alright, luckily that's all there was. I was thinking, man, there's probably a bunch of crap right on the other side of this door. Thankfully, nope. Just 1 dreadbone, which, look, health is burning down pretty quickly. Dead, no experience, so we'll have our pet sit back down. Even though he has 100% of his health, I don't know why I did that. We're going to go back through the door. See what's on the other side of the smoked glass door. If you've ever wondered what is over here, here we go. Smoked glass key. No rent. So if you camp out, you got to get it again. You got to go back to the 2 Shadow Knights and at least kill the Ogre one. You got to kill the Ogre Shadow Knight. If you want the smoked glass key, you have to kill the Ogre Shadow Knight. If the Ogre Shadow Knight is not there, then it is an ice-boned skeleton. But here we go. There's a ghoul. There's a couple doors. I see this 1 ghoul. I see 1 thing down there. I'm like, okay, I'm going to pull it. Pulled it with engulfing darkness. It's running slowly towards me. I'm casting Ward Undead, still thinking there's only 1 thing. Uh-oh, what's all this? Holy crap. Where did all this come from? I'm getting beat down. My pet's getting beat down. I don't know if he's even alive still. I think I'm dead. I'm like, man, I am so dead. There's my pet over there. I am like, this is way too much. We cannot deal with this. My pet... I should have seen how much health he had, but I think I just went for the gate. Oh, he died. He died. So, I've got 2 bubbles of health. I'm casting gate. Ooh, 1 bubble of health. I made it. I made it. So, that's what happened. I pulled the ghoul, and look at that. 1, I don't know how many of those are necro pets, though. There's 2 necros, a ghoul. There's at least 2 necros, a ghoul, and 2 necro pets. There might be something else in there as well, but it was at least 2 necros and a ghoul with 2 necro pets. So a total of 5 mobs jumped me, killed my pet, and I gated. And I got out of there with like 30% health, maybe 20. Yeah, holy crap is what I said. And I wanted to make sure I seen that for my video here. But yeah, we're coming up upon the hour mark now, so that's basically it. That was what was past the door, the smoked glass key door in Befallen. We are gonna go. We're either gonna camp the 2 Shadow Knights next, or go past that door again. It's gonna be something having to do with the smoked glass key next time. So either I'm going to show you my little camping of the 2 Shadow Knights, where I bounce back and forth between the female Shadow Knight and the Ogre Shadow Knight and try to get the barbed arm plates, or I'm going to show you me trying to go past that door again. And now with the knowledge that the ghoul pulls everything, and me having a level 20 pet, and me having a Expulse Undead, which does double damage, like I think I have a much better chance at doing a lot better in that situation instead of just gating and getting lucky. So yeah, look forward to that next time. So definitely having fun down there. So it's going to be one of the two things: either bouncing back and forth between the 2 Shadow Knights, or going past the 3rd door again and seeing if we can do better with our new pet and our new spell. So yeah, like, share, subscribe. Consider joining; it helps a lot. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time for that stuff. Peace.